Monday morning. How are you this morning? I am great and happy to be here. It's going to be a great week. If you know you know me. I'm a Monday person. I know that seems weird when I say that. People think I'm lying, but I do love me some Monday. It's a fresh start to a new week. Your desk is all cleared and you can figure it all out. So let's do this, people. But let's talk about the weekend first. How was your weekend? Wow, bikes everywhere. The weather held out pretty good until last night. Like, I don't know. My husband got miles. I said, it's going to rain. I went for my miles and he's like, it's not going to rain, Shell. And I'm like, it's going to rain. My nose was running. My eyes were itching. About 45 minutes later, the sky opened up for hours. So it rained at the end. I did not see or feel any rain during the weekend. We went out Friday night down to Main Street and cruised around and got me some new glasses and Tim some new glasses and ate some food and just checked that all out. And I like to be out. I like to look at all the bikes. I like to see the different kinds. What is your favorite kind? And then Saturday, we just hung out and did some stuff around the house. Well, he worked. I did all the household stuff. And then we met the kids up at Iron Horse. And this girl had steak tips. After being here for like 40 years, I had steak tips. I waited in the line. Thank you, Jesus, for the line on the right, because the line was we're standing there and we're discussing we're going to have them and nobody wants to get in line. I'm like, I'll get in line. And so I got in line on the right. Tim's like, this isn't a line. I said, go check it out. It was the line. It was the shorter of the two, which I'm so thankful for. I waited about 45 minutes, got up there. Of course, by then I've texted everybody and said, give me your order. I'm almost there. Give me your order. Got everybody's order, and I would eat them again. I don't know if I would wait in a 45-minute line for them, as in you have no place to sit and you're eating them. We got the mashed potatoes and the steak tips. And was it worth the money? Yes, it was worth the money. Would I do it again? I don't know how long of a line I would wait, but it was worth it. So I am officially a steak tipper eater. And so, yeah, so we hung out there for a while. Then Tim and I cruised on home. The kids some of the kids went to some stunt show. Some of the kids hung out there and had pork chops, and then they all went to Main Street. So it was a very good weekend. And then yesterday was cheerleading comp at the Ocean Center and went there for Ellie. So was there a few hours, and then the weekend is gone. Yep, it is done. But I appreciate having, stuff to do. I appreciate being included in things and going and doing things. Hey, I live where y'all vacation. And so I am thoroughly going to enjoy it. We did not have football this weekend for the Bills. Of course, we watched some other teams, but we did not actually have it. It was the bye week. And so that was kind of nice. And just spending time with different kids and doing stuff and celebrating and all that. So I just appreciate it so much, but ready to come back to work. I do love my job. I love being semi-retired. I love being able to today take Mary to lunch and just hang out with people. And I love that we're going to a baseball game tonight and there is ice cream involved. And so I do love that. I just want to live life. That is my thing. I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to look back and say I would have, should, could have, would have, or, oh, I wish I would have done that. But, no, I'm not going to have a wish I would have done that, but I'm going to go for it. And so live your life to the fullest, enjoy life, and do it. And then, having a job that I thoroughly enjoy. I love being part of this community. This week in the community, we have the big food drop at Calvary Christian Center, and that is Wednesday. If you're a person that likes to volunteer, I'll see you there at 9 a.m. I do love to volunteer. I think it does the mind, body, and soul wonders. And so I will be there at 9 a.m. and the food drop starts at 11. If you're driving, I'd get in line about 9:30, and then it moves very quickly at 11. It goes, we'll walk up to you, we'll put the stuff in your car, and you just keep cruising from stand to stand. If you're walking up, ride a bike up, wheelchair up, whatever, find a volunteer, and the volunteer will help you get through the line and get what you're needed. So we appreciate so much Calvary Christian Center and Daytona Dream Center that gives back to the community that way. And then I'm trying something new this Thursday or Friday. I think it's Thursday. I have to look at my schedule again. I write it out, but, I am going to try doing the diaper distribution, however you say that, giving out the diapers for Junior League. That is something I love numbers. I love figuring. I love things like that. And so I want to see who we partner with. I like to see the different people we partner with, know the different names. So when I'm out and about and we're getting diapers for people or wet ones, and people say, well, who do these go to? I like to know the organizations that they go to. And so I am actually going to start that this week. I've never done this. I have packed the diapers. I've purchased diapers, of course, but this is another element of it. So very excited to get to do that. Started getting in some stuff for my section of the daddy-daughter dance in February. I like to do my own area. I think that's very important that you have an area and you name it and claim it. And so working on the design for that. So a whole big bunch of stuff came in, and I was super excited to do that. And just loving life. Thankful for that, like I said, that I'm semi-retired and that I can do the things of the community with the WAPN and be part of helping the pastors and participating with the ministries and all that, but then also being part of this community. You know, I'm a big advocate for 501c3s. I think it's important that we bridge them together. I think that is a missing part of the ministries and part of the 501c3s. I think that together we can help so many more people. Together we can make a bigger footprint in this area. So that is why I'm such an advocate on doing that. So just excited about what God's going to do. Just excited this last quarter of the year. Where did 2025 go? I mean, I feel like we just started it. Here we're on the countdown to the end of it. But it has been a great year. I appreciate everybody that celebrated with our 40-year anniversary. It was exactly what I wanted. I just wanted it to be like a family get together for lunch and come on the air and stuff. That was very important to me. So I thank everybody that showed up and showed out. I thank people that volunteered. I love the pictures. I'm just very thankful. If you don't know, WAPN turned 40 this year, and we're doing over and above. The over and above is always for the needs of WAPN. We stay on the air from the day-to-day ministries that are on the air, and we appreciate them so much. But it takes over and above for music and for fixing stuff and just taking care of the over and above. So if you'd like to do your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands, whatever, to WAPN, you could do a one-time gift. You can come on by the radio station. We're located at 1508 State Avenue right here in Holly Hill. If I'm not here, we have a mail drop. You can just throw it through that mail drop. Or you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net, and give right there. Become a monthly partner, a one-time gift, whatever you'd like to do. But we appreciate everybody that partners with WAPN and keeps WAPN going. Also, if you maybe want to come on the air, maybe you say, you know, I would like to get on the air and say a word or play some music or, you know, be part of the youth program or veterans program or a recovery program or, you know, or just a good old speaking from the Bible program. You can go over to our website, WAPN.net, and look on the program guide, see what's available, and say, hey, Shell, I would like to do this, and let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we can get you on the air. Talk about your budget. Talk about things, and let's get you on WAPN. When you're on WAPN right here in Holly Hill, Volusia County, it's 91.5 FM on your radio dial. If you're in Madison, it's 91.7 on your radio dial. But with technology, we're around the world. So we stream everything on our website, WAPN.net. We have a YouTube page, WAPN 91.5 FM. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. So we do a little bit of everything. I am a big believer, and you've got to reach where everybody gets fed. So whatever way they do it, let's try to get part of it. I'm not a TikToker. I don't know if I'll be a TikToker. I say I won't be a TikToker, but I don't know if I'll be a TikToker. But I, you know, just because it takes time to make those little videos, and I don't know if I have that in me. But, you know, I try to just do different things to reach different platforms at different times. So WAPN is constantly evolving, constantly changing, constantly doing. You know, I was against the whole podcast thing, and now look at us. We're on it every day, streaming from here to Facebook and to YouTube automatically. So thankful for technology and so thankful for what God is doing. Thankful for the ministries of WAPN. If you're part of WAPN, thank you so much for not only being part of the radio station, but being part of this community and being part of helping somebody. You know, you don't know who you're reaching. It's the one. I always say it's the one. And then when you get that one, it's the next one. And you'll never know. You will never know probably until you get to heaven. If you do radio for numbers, You're not going to know. We're in a room with no windows. We don't have the statistics. I mean, I could sit there and pay an analyzer to tell me the statistics, but why? I only care about the one, because when you get that one, you're going to get the next one. So that's what's important. And so I think about that. When my dad went to heaven, there wasn't all the other platforms. And so it was a local thing. When mom went, the internet was going good, but we didn't have other platforms. And I'm sure that when she got there, people say, I heard this pastor, or I was prayed for, or whatever. And now I can't even imagine what it's like with all the different technologies and different things we have. So I am thankful for this community. I am thankful for the people that have become part of the WAPN family. I'm thankful for the things I get to do. Like I said, I love the food drop. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's work. You're on your feet. There's not a break. But the rewards are, wow, the rewards. You take food for granted. You do. You go get in that food line and you help pack those cars. It is such an experience, and it's well worth it. I can't wait to see how the diaper experience works. I've been collecting diapers for years. I did not even know we had a diaper bank in this area until I became a junior leaguer 3 years ago. And I'm grateful that God had me become a junior leaguer and opened my eyes to some different things of this community. And then, Volusia County Women That Care, that anniversary is coming up, and thankful for that. So, get involved in your area. Do something, join something, be part of something. You don't have to commit. You can just go check it out. I love provision packs, and I've went and packed before. That is a neat experience. Find something to volunteer at, find something to do with, and it will change your mind, body, and soul. Well, I've got a busy Monday ahead of us, so let's get our favor on and let's get this day going. Get in agreement with God. Go around declaring God's blessings. Be on the lookout for it every day. If you do that, you'll live the life of victory He has in store for you. I love that. You'll live the life of victory He has in store for you. I'm living it, living life, no regrets. It is Monday, October 20th, 2025. The weather, my weather, 79 with the low 67. Madison, 78 with the low 55. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Tina and Phyllis and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday anniversary. It's National Chicken Waffle Day. I have had chicken waffles, and it's a pretty good combination. It sure is. Remember the food drop Wednesday, Calvary Christian Center, Daytona Dream Center. Volunteers 9 o'clock. If you need food, get in line. It starts at 11. Well, y'all have